work appointment. So I've got to be somewhere quicker than I thought I was going to have to be, which means I got to put on a little dab of makeup because I got crispy fried, pickle fried over the weekend because I am half Irish and half Cherokee, but apparently only the Irish genetics work in the sunlight. It's pathetic, isn't it? Y'all, I barely wear any makeup at all, but I'm trying to even out this absolutely heinous sunburn I got. It's going in, but like I'm patchy as crap. So, y'all know I have my master's in psychology. I've counseled and worked with all kinds. I've been retired for a few years now due to I'm getting ready, y'all. Due to a neuromuscular. Oh, that was Merle Norman. Look at all the fingerprints on it. Ivory. That's my summer shade. I swear I have native genetics within me. It's just the Irish wins. But my blood work appointment got moved up, and I thought, well, while I get ready, let's just talk about something. Because I've had a thought in my mind for several days now that I wanted to share, but I've not known if I should share it, how people would respond. And then I think, dang you, Elizabeth, you're acting like everybody else. You're acting like it matters what everybody else thinks. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Pocahontas. It don't matter what everybody else thinks. I'm now coming in with the Laura Geller bronzer because we're going to pretend I got some native in me, you know. Even if it don't show, we're going to act like it's in there somewhere. No, I don't put a whole lot of this on. So we try to get our double chin to go away. In the land of unicorns and rainbows, that sucker is never there. Hey Gypsy, I'm getting ready because I gotta leave because they moved my blood work appointment up to scare the crap out of me because I was just chatting with you. They called and literally I jumped. So now I need some color. And y'all, this actually is quite heavy, but you can't see it on the. Okay, so I've had this thought that I've been wanting to share, and I've not been sharing it because, and then after you put your makeup on, you rub it all off, right? Anybody else do that, ladies? Anybody else do that, you know? Anybody else? Come on. I'm not just me. Fess up to it. I know y'all do it. Thank you. Yes, it's another blood work, and I've been in flare since this rain started coming through Saturday. These are the best things if you have days where your hands don't work. It's got 3 colors built into one, and it does the work for you. And I love them. Okay, so here's my unpopular opinion. Isn't it sad that it took a problem with beer to make people start to have conversations about how we were allowing prepubescent children to make lifelong permanent decisions with their bodies? Now, I'm not talking about you people that have been through puberty that at 18 started going to therapy and went through your 18 months and then got put on your hormones and did everything the right way. Y'all are good with me. Y'all do it the right way. Y'all are of age. Y'all are adult. You do what you want to with your body. You go, girl, boy, whatever you are. You go. I'm talking about these younger kids. Because here's just the lowdown, and I don't know how YouTube is going to really respond to this, but here's the lowdown, okay? Masters in psychology here, used to counsel. I understand the human brain body. When I was counseling, they had to go through years of counseling, and they had to be of age before anything could be changed because it was necessary for sexual maturation to occur. Because without that sexual maturation, we knew that they would never have a sexually functioning body, psyche, cerebral, and body melding, okay? So, why then would somebody that is 13, that has never been through puberty or has not gotten all the way through puberty, use hormones that would arrest not only their body's chemical and hormonal component, but their neurological chemical components as well? It arrests the whole body. The brain, the body, the mind, your frontal lobe. It freezes everything. So why would we want to stop that? To allow them to then become adults who, when they are then allowed to do these, or later teenagers years, do these surgical maneuvers, don't have enough of a functioning sexual system to put together to have a life where they can function and have some kind of gratification. Come on, y'all. You know, I'm not just talking to hear my head roar. I mean, what's a big part of being an adult? Your relationships. What's an even bigger part of those relationships? The ones where you make funny noises together, right? You know, I'm trying to be polite about this. I really, really am. Sometimes you can't be polite. I understand that. Really, that's all the makeup. That's all the makeup I wear. So then I thought, let's lower this down. I'm going to put on chapstick, though. Let's lower this down to... I thought I had chapstick and I had a twine of yarn. That's how much, how much hand sewing do you do, and do you take it with you? Apparently I do. Come on, now I had chapstick in here the other day. Anyway, I thought let's just look at livestock, because y'all know that I used to deal a lot with livestock. I lost my chapstick. Great. If Haley were home, I'd blame it on her. Livestock. Every once in a while you'll have a heifer that will refuse to be bred. Or you'll have a cow that will drop a calf, never take that calf, and never want to breed back. You'll have heifers and cows that, when the other heifers and cows have their calves, will go and actually tromp the calves. They're just not right. They're loners in the field. They will bust through every gate. They will create chaos, and they will use sexual expression in bovine form, aka riding, rubbing, and being kind of bullish, to a point where they actually hurt each other or kill each other, because it's a show of dominance. That sexual expression is a show of dominance in the livestock world. So if you've got, like, if a farmer's got a heifer or a cow that is doing these things, is running the herd crazy, causing the herd to drop weight, causing calves to have either, be attacked upon birth or die, not reproducing themselves, refusing to be bred, causing problems with the bulls, and just causing chaos in the field, that cow goes to freezer camp. Because that cow has got a problem and cannot live within the herd and meld within the herd. And that's why farmers keep older cows, even though they're older producers and they may not produce as well, but they keep older, calmer cows in with their younger heifers, because the older cows are like, no, we don't act that way. And they won't run and take on these behaviors of these younger heifers and cows that are having these problems. Now, you don't see a lot of these animals, but you see a few. And when you see them, you automatically know them, because they cost you money. And so they have to be called out of the herd, because they absolutely do nothing but cause absolute chaos for the herd. Now, I'm not saying transpose that into human world, because you can't. It can't. But we can lower it down and look at it in a bovine, lower level mammal brain look, and say, okay, so we do have a spectrum of this behavior all through the animal kingdom. Most of it serves purpose, but there is some that does not. What is the purpose of those that don't seem to understand that that they are there to breed, that they are, they don't follow the path of other cattle. I'm raised, I have the urge to reproduce, I raise my calf, I'm a good mama, I have calves every year, I'm part of a herd, I protect every other cow's calf in this herd, we chase off the coyotes, I am the big mama moo cow, When we have those that don't go along with that, we know, because the herd will look at them and almost shove them out. Because if you're going to cause the herd chaos, the herd will go, sorry, you can't be part of us. Because we band together and we protect each other, and we watch out for the coyotes, and we babysit for each other, we do it, but you're not doing anything to help. So you need to go over there, because you're not helping our herd. And the bull will actually push them out too. And they'll either trail the herd about half a day's length, or, being, in an adjacent field. Why do they do that? Because nature knows that you only survive when you work together, that you only survive when you have a compatible community. And these animals are so much smarter than us. Like, if a white turkey is born in the wild, do you know that the other turkeys will immediately kill the white turkey? Sounds horrible, but do you know why? Because if they allow the one white turkey to live, then the flock of 40 Their camouflage is busted and they all die. Okay, so animals, we talk. Everybody wants to scream that everything even goes down to this just an animal instinctual level. Well, we can really talk about those levels if you want to, because animals actually have very harsh practices to protect themselves. Hi, Ashley. It's okay. And so I was thinking about this, and I thought, okay, well, in the bovine world, normally all those odd expressions that I just talked about are expressions of dominance. They don't know where they belong. They don't feel as though they do belong. They don't understand what's going on because they don't understand. They don't have the same urges and biological compulsions and feelings. And so they cause chaos because they feel like they're in chaos. And they normally cause harm. And that is done because the only thing that they do know that they want to go after is dominance, because they don't like being the lower rung of the ladder. So sometimes I wonder if some of the behaviors we see from people that are not going through the appropriate, complete therapeutic process, that was a whole heck of a lot longer when I was working in the field. Why they've shortened it now? Anyway, instead of doing this huge elongated process to make sure that this is an adult that has dealt with every possible other issue before they go into to do personal body modification that is going to be permanent. Why are we allowing prepubescent teens in 2 weeks after seeing their therapist the first time to get on hormones? Why are we allowing 14, 15, 60-year-olds to permanently remove their breasts, their mammary glands? All that ductwork is hooked into your body in other ways. It has other uses for the female body. It's not just useless. It's not just used for one thing. It does many things. Your endocrine system, especially during different times when your body has lactating impulses, changes a lot. You really need to understand how your body works and how your brain works, and how when you screw up the chemical compounds and the growth linking of everything, how you really arrest your behavior and you arrest your understanding, you arrest your frontal lobe building, and you start to not understand where you are in society because you don't understand yourself. Nothing makes sense. So you're driven by chaos, and then all you want is dominance because chaos sucks, and feeling like you're on the lower rung of the ladder sucks. So we go for dominance. Are we seeing people just going for dominance? Are we seeing people that don't really know what they're doing? They've entered into something too young, and now they have basically rewired their brain to where the only compulsion they can have is dominance. And is that why we're seeing the super aggressive behavior of younger people and the super long juvenile period of 20s and 30-year-olds that never seem to grow up? Maturation just never seems to occur. It makes you wonder. When you look at the animal kingdom, then you look at humans, we have a lot of similar behaviors. We have a lot of similar growth issues, especially when it comes to reproductive, psychological stuff. Those urges are very, very, very deep in our psyche and in ourselves, and so deep that it is an animal instinct. So I think about these things. And that's something I wanted to think about. Why are we perpetuating a group of young people that will grow up and never be able to have any kind of sexual gratification, never feel like they have any kind of sexual maturity, never feel like they have made it to where they thought they were going on this highway of life, because, oh, look, we didn't test the roadway. Oh, look, we put you on the highway before we paved it. Oh, look, you got stuck in a pothole. Oh, look, we should have taken better care of you along the way. We should have had a man, 20,000 miles ahead of you checking the roadway. We didn't do this. So now we've got this young, frustrated, because they don't have normal outlets that young people have. Their bodies don't work that way. You've got this young, frustrated group of people. And what do young, frustrated people do? They create chaos and look for dominance. And how much has the numbers of simple assaults, aggravated assaults, assaults in general, or how much has the criminogenic rates changed since we've lowered the ages of these surgeries, especially in juvenile criminogenic ranges. That would be interesting to look at, wouldn't it? Very interesting. Okay, well, it is 1:20. I've got my dab of makeup on, got my sunglasses. I'm going to go give blood, and then I'm going to go get me the biggest milkshake ever because I am dragging. I'm dragging. The rain system's really tore my butt up. I have been in flare mode. Oscar, I don't know where you think you're going because it's not to TSC to get a toy. We ain't doing that today. But the last two rain systems really kind of put my body basically in MS mode. So today's better. Yesterday, I felt like a toddler trying to wade through wet sand. Everywhere I went, I fell over. So today's better. But just think about things and then comment. Mull it over. Start thinking about simpler things. Stop trying to have these convoluted, big, huge thoughts. Take it down to something you really know and then compare. Because there are a lot of similarities that we probably need to be talking about, especially before we, transmutate the entire human population. Anyway, just my unpopular opinion for the day. I'm sure I'll have another one later. Bye, y'all.